The ancient Incan city in the sky, Machu Picchu, a name that means old peak in the native Quechua language. Now, while it might look like just another ancient ruin at first glance, Machu Picchu is a place shrouded in countless mysteries and secrets. In fact, long before its official discovery, legends of a wondrous city in the sky had been circulating throughout the highlands of Peru. But because the city remained hidden even during the Spanish conquest of the Incan Empire, these tales were largely dismissed as nothing more than local folklore. Then, in 1911, a Yale professor named Hiram Bingham was visiting Peru to research the Incan civilization. During his studies, he heard the legend of an ancient city atop a mountain from a local indigenous farmer. Acting on this legend, Bingham began to explore the Urubamba Valley, where he encountered indigenous people living high in the mountains. When Bingham asked about the ancient city, a young boy named Pablito, sensing that Bingham was searching for something special, is said to have guided him to the mountaintop. And there, on the summit, was an ancient city of ruins so incredible, it was hard to believe even seeing it with his own eyes. The stone city of Machu Picchu, veiled in a light mist, radiated a mystical aura perched atop a 2,400-meter peak in the Andes Mountains. After Machu Picchu was revealed to the world, scholars were left in absolute shock. This was because the technology used in the city, which was presumed to have been built around the 15th century, was far beyond anything of that era. From the sophisticated and systematic water channels running from the top of the mountain to the bottom, to a natural refrigerator using the cool mountain breeze, and even a compass and a sundial made from natural stones, the level of civilization was unbelievably advanced for its time. Among these marvels, their masonry, the skill of working with stone, was so incredible that it is often described as being almost supernatural. They cut and stacked rocks, averaging about 20 tons each, as smoothly as if they were cutting tofu, and the gaps between them were so precise that not even a single razor blade could fit through. The largest stone stands an incredible 9 meters high and weighs a staggering 360 tons. It's believed that the Incas somehow managed to haul these colossal stones up the mountain using only wooden rollers and human power. Machu Picchu is considered a wonder in its own right, a mysterious remnant of a phenomenal ancient civilization. It was even named one of the new 7 wonders of the world, gaining immense popularity with the public. The accepted theory in academic circles is that Machu Picchu was built by the ancient Incas and was simply left abandoned after the Incan Empire fell to the Spanish conquistadors. However, it's also famous for several mysterious hypotheses that challenge this official narrative. First, the original discoverer. As mentioned earlier, the official discoverer of Machu Picchu is known to be Hiram Bingham. But rumors have circulated that someone else might have found Machu Picchu even before he did. In fact, after Bingham publicly announced the existence of Machu Picchu, a British missionary named Thomas Paine and a German engineer named von Hassel both claimed that they had discovered it first. Adding to the controversy, a map created in 1874 surfaced, which appeared to record the location of a site presumed to be Machu Picchu. However, because these claims and records lacked clear, supporting evidence, the official consensus remains that Hiram Bingham was the first to discover it. But even after that, several other cryptic ancient records have emerged that seem to refer to Machu Picchu, so the debate over its original discovery and documentation continues to this day. Second, the abandoned city. When it comes to why Machu Picchu was used, there is no clear answer, only a storm of competing hypotheses. Plausible theories abound that it was a private estate for the Incan emperor, or that it was a grand temple for worshiping the sun god. But there are far too many lingering questions that these theories alone cannot explain. For what reason did they build on such a high peak? By what method did they move those massive stones? After pouring so much effort into creating it, why did they just abandon this place and leave? And why is it that most of the skeletons found at the site belong to women and children? The questions just pile up, with no clear answers in sight. Among them, the question of why the Incas abandoned Machu Picchu, leaving it to become a ruin, is still hotly debated. The prevailing theory is that the men left the women and children in Machu Picchu to go fight in the war against the Spanish conquistadors and were simply never able to return. But this, too, is just a theory. For some unknown reason, the Incas abandoned the city they had worked so hard to build, and they never came back. It's presumed that the Spanish forces at the time had also heard the circulating legends of a city in the sky, but it seems they never thought to venture that far to confirm it. As a result, Machu Picchu was able to remain a silent ruin, untouched, until it was found by Hiram Bingham in 1911. Third, the ultra-ancient civilization. The real mystery of Machu Picchu is this: who truly built it? Until now, the accepted theory was that it was built by the Incas around the 15th century. However, based on various recent findings, a strong possibility has emerged that Machu Picchu was not built by the Incas, but by a much more ancient civilization that existed before them. In 2011, a French research team discovered a massive underground cave near Machu Picchu that appeared to have been used by ancient peoples. Then, in 2016, ancient murals were found that were confirmed to be from a time before the Incan civilization. These newly discovered murals were said to be drastically different from existing Incan murals in their colors, shapes, and patterns. This led scholars to propose a new hypothesis, that the Incas didn't build Machu Picchu from scratch, but merely repaired and rebuilt an existing city, and that the original builders were a far more ancient, ultra-ancient civilization. And indeed, when the architectural styles and artifacts were dated, results showed a possibility that they could have originated around 2000 BC, long before the Incan Empire even existed. Amazingly, according to a legend that circulates in the Andes, Machu Picchu was built in the distant past and has been repeatedly rediscovered, used, and abandoned by each new civilization that rises. There's even a legend that says any civilization that embraces Machu Picchu will enjoy a brilliant golden age, but is ultimately destined for destruction. And this seems to hold true even when we look at the example of the Incan Empire. In fact, the estimated dates of the various buildings and ruins that exist in Machu Picchu are all over the place. Even if we say Machu Picchu was built by the Incas in the 15th century, it's an ancient ruin praised for having technology that transcended its time. But recent research findings and local legends all point to the idea that Machu Picchu was built long before the Incan Empire. If Machu Picchu was indeed built before the Incas, and if its masters have changed countless times through numerous civilizations, then where did it all begin? Could Machu Picchu be the very first cradle of that ultra-ancient civilization that has only ever existed in rumors? This has been the Repository of Wonders.